here's that great verse from Genesis chapter 3, and it says that the serpent was more subtle. Please remember that the term subliminal is only a synonym for this gospel word. Please notice, he was more subtle than any beast of the field. And notice this, he was getting ready to trick Eve. There was a negative consequences about to fall on Eve for her actions. How did he hide this negative plan that he was getting ready to deceive Eve with? The first word recorded in the book of Genesis he ever spoke was the word yea. He was planning a negative consequences, but he hid it with an opposite. He worded it very carefully so that she would not be alarmed. So let's go to Webster's, unabridged. This is one of those 15-pound dictionaries found at the library. This is the third book I use behind the Bible in a concordance. It states in the definition from Webster's Unabridged, this is a 1966 edition, that the definition of subliminals is something that falls below the threshold of stimulation. In other words, it's not quite up to a level where you'll take notice and action. There's something else very interesting in this definition. Begin to look down into the sub-definition, because you'll find them admitting right in the dictionary, notice between the parentheses, that these techniques are used in TV advertising. I didn't say that. That's from Webster's Unabridged at your local library. They said such as techniques in TV advertising. There's only one Christian book on the subject of subliminals. It's already out of print, but I will give the man credit for bringing up these issues to Christian people. Here's his book, 1986. The man's name was John Tranter. His little book was called Images. Let's read a powerful quote from his book. Isn't it ironic that the advertisements you thought were so stupid are really intelligently directed towards your what? Towards your subconscious. The left side of your brain is your conscious part. That's the part you do your thinking with. That's where you do your mathematics, your grammar, your analyzing. The right half, the right hemisphere of your brain is your subconscious, and that is the part of your brain that subliminals are directed to. You are not conscious of the fact that you are constantly under subliminal bombardment. Please notice again in the quote that he says these are hard-hitting messages. This has been proven to affect your final behavior, and he also states that these men are laughing all the way to the bank.
For no reason, I
before we proceed any further. Let's see what Webster's Unabridged says about the term occult. The term occult can be defined as anything that intervenes between your sight and the light. When I ask people on talk radio or in expos or in speaking engagements, I always say, give me a working definition, something that you might purchase that comes between your eyes and the light.
Freedom to choose. Contact lens free trial at Specsavers.
The woman I married was easygoing, laid back. She was great. Go anywhere, do anything, sort of thing, within reason. The woman that I married is back, and it's fantastic.
Cliffs rise over 200 feet. Good for the appetite. Just as well, you'll find over 200 places to eat. Discover another world that's closer to home.
Dear Diary, weather perfect again. Sunscreen lasted longer than the bikini.
It's booing one day long. Hours of gorgeous protection with just one application.
In this advert, see how the voiceover, written in text, mocks the Grim Reaper like Hardys for not noticing what's going on around them. That is, chemtrails.
Z tohto naozaj stratíte reč a prestanete vnímať všetko okolo seba. S predplatenou O2 kartou máte SMS-ky do všetkých sietí navždy len za 1 korunu. Tak to si píšte. O2.
Indulge your washing. New Surf with essential oils.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Speaking of accusations, I want to clear up for everybody this whole notion of conspiracy theories, where that phrase was coined, and why people like yourself are painted with that brush.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting term, again, put out by what they call counterintelligence. And so when word comes out of certain things that are true and they're not good for the public, that's what's called intelligence. Something that might be harmful to those who control. And so they have counterintelligence agencies who then pick up the same stuff and then they spin it off into outer space or fantastic stories and literally lead all the followers through a maze of mind control, basically.
Because the time comes during every great plan that enough people are awakened to the plan. The time always comes when a critical moment in the balance is reached. And those who implement the changes to come must counter it. That's called counterintelligence. You take the intelligence which has been gathered by small people, and you take that intelligence, and then they spin it off into outer space. They diffuse it, they negate it, they render it harmless, you see. And that's what counterintelligence does.
And when you come out and just present the basic facts, they'll say, oh, you must be one of those reptilian guys, you know, and ha, ha, ha. In other words, they throw the baby out with the bathwater. They throw the intelligence out with the ridicule.
Right, yeah.
But that's what they do. They're creating a circus so that those who know the truth, they have the facts to back it up, are mixed into this circus, you see, until you're just, part of this laughing stock.
Right.
And they keep pushing the word conspiracy theory, and I'm saying, hey, here's the facts put out by the big boys themselves.
They know what is